EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati.
Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hello, everyone.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this. Playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Got his man complete, Moore.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. Mahomes now on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Edwards-Helaire will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
George Karlaftis able to get him for a loss of about 3. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
From midfield now, Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Burrow going for it on 4th.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To the air again, Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
The tight end in motion right. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Roll out on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
10 more there and another 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
A set. down grab.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
First down, here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Holding, offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On second down, Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Frank Clark drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 Tommy.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, having back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Burrow on 3rd down. Quick slant caught by Chase. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Burrow going to throw again. The quick slant caught. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. He's got a man, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. In motion right here, Boyd.
11
Now Burrow on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Looking for the end zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
26 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds?
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Down. Here's Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase from 4 yards out. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he gets it down to the 32.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Burrow going for it on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. 30. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, fourth quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said. Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play. But what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Personal foul. Baseline. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Back to Mixon on second down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown. O.J. Howard from 19 yards away.
And the Bengals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
The Chiefs offense set to go. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He'll pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take... reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
And that's on Jackson Carman, 2nd-round pick in 2021.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and 20.
Looking to pass.
Slant pass to Boyd.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw it.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Finding Kelsey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Mahomes will throw.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Mahomes.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Mahomes.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Chiefs 31.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they have secured a spot in the conference.